So when you load in the rig, it should look something like this. It's linked in the description, by the way. You can go get it from there. And you're gonna click its shoulder, like this, and you're gonna drag this up. And there is shader editor under this little section here. You're gonna go shader, and you should see a lot of squares. This is good. Squares are good. And then you're gonna zoom in on this specific one right here, and it has like a little folder icon. If you click that, go in here, and you see this texture icon. This should happen if you've done it right. If not, try the steps again. If you load it, it should look something like this, and if it doesn't, that's on you. Okay, and now you go File, Import, Wavefront, and you're gonna import whatever your mesh name is for your laser. For me, it's this one, and you're gonna just move it to where you want it. So let's say you just want to edit it first because we need to. You want to move a bit away from your new model to not affect it anyway. Like this should be fine. For some reason it's lagging. I don't know why it's lagging. It just is. If that's this thing, I don't know. Slightly lagging. I don't care. As you can see, if you hit tab, by the way, didn't mention that. If you hit tab, you go into edit mode, and you can hit 3. So you're selecting full-on layers right now. You're gonna just go bam, and you're gonna hold shift while doing that. You're gonna select all the rainbow parts, everything. You can see little triangles. You're gonna just shift click them. Doesn't matter really. There's a lot of tutorials on how to do this. I'm gonna just do it like this because it's nicer that way. And you're gonna do for the back too because it doesn't select all the way through because I missed an option. I told you. I'm dumb. This button right here, you can go straight through the model when clicking, which is good. You can go bam, 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 and it should have selected the entire mesh on all sides. As you can see, all sides through it's selected. It just forgot to click some sides because I didn't select them properly. You're gonna want to do the same for this one, this little thingy. I'm not gonna link this on the description. You're gonna need to find your own lightsaber, by the way. This is just a one I use because it's nice and easy to use. You're gonna want to model your own or whatever. So actually, when you have this, I forgot to hit shift, Control Z, Control C, Control C. Sorry, I forgot to hit shift. I'm so sorry. For some reason, my frame rate is struggling. I don't know why that is or how that is. It just is. I am so sorry. And if you have it, you hit P and you hit selection. And when you've done that, it should have made a separate model. Now you're gonna hit this. You're gonna hit this red button over here and just hit this too. And then you should go down here and delete the alpha for it too. Okay. Now we're at this step. You're gonna go surface. You're gonna make that emission. This will make it glow. As you can see, it goes white, which is not good. You're gonna go image texture right here, and you're gonna just go type HDR. Just kidding. You're not gonna. I'm just messing with you. You're gonna go just like this one. I know some of you got really confused there, which is good because you should be confused. As you can see, it looks the same now, which is weird. But if you hit this button, it should start glowing. It does here, but my frame rate is just chugging, so we're gonna go back. So now we have our noob and we have our mesh, but these are still separate. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna want to hit this and hit and right click it. You can just do that and you can hit join. And now it should still glow, but it's also one model. And you see if the black part does that, you can just go in here, you're gonna go here and you're gonna just delete the alpha because that's the thing Roblox does when exporting. Anyways, you can hit move, what link works like, origin geometry, and you're gonna have it just sit here for a bit. As you can see, it had like these brackets around it, or whatever you call them, like lines. Those are rig parts. You can move them by just clicking them, rotational, and just going bam, bam, bam. Look, smooth. I know a lot of people who just do this in Roblox Studio, which is not right, because the mesh deform feature is very primitive right now in Roblox Studio, and you're not going to want to use it. So you're going to want to use it in Blender. This is also mesh deforming, but more advanced. As you can see, I can go like this and be fine. Or let's say I want to turn the entire thing, I could just go like that, and I could just move the legs forward, or whatever I want to do. So what you're now going to do is you're going to just rig it like this. It's called rigging. It's called like positioning your model, whatever you want to call it, to make it look nice. I want to have like a little bit of an active position. So let me go like this, and maybe turn the head a bit, and that looks a little bit weird and slightly disturbing. Oh, that's even worse. I want to do like this, maybe. Yeah, that'll do. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. Now if you turn this like that, it's straight. Now you can move it around without having to wonder about if it's directly on. You're going to just make the handle fit the hand of your noob or whatever you got, your avatar. And you're going to just rotate it a bit to make it look more natural. As you can see, this is a pretty good rig. You can move your hands a bit like that. You can see that looks pretty fucking sick already. But it's not rendered, which is dumb because, yeah. Okay, so I told you here I'm going to show you the difference between eevee and cycle. So let me first go into eevee because this is the primitive one. As you can see, if I load it, weird. The lighting does not affect each other, anything. This all changes when I click ambient occlusion. Shadows become a little bit clearer, and that's already good. And if I bloom, that glares, or it blooms as you call it, and if you go screen space, and shadows and direct lighting, whatever, you can just go bam. You can just go full ham with your settings here. You can do a lot of stuff, like let's say I want to bake indirect lighting. This is very advanced, so you don't have to do this at all. If you could, if you want to, you could theoretically do this, and that looks a lot cooler right now than what we've had. But you think that does not look right because it's not illuminating the noob, which is true. It's very, very true that it's not, because this engine does not support ray tracing, as it's called, or whatever you want to call it. It's not affecting each other in lighting. The lighting is only affecting specific models. This is not actual glow, it's just simulated glow from a computer. It cannot guess that there is a model here. If you'd want to change that in any way, you'll have to change the entire lighting engine, because this is simply not powerful like this, as in eevee is simply not powerful enough to do this. I'm going to change my FPS real quick. Can I do that mid-video? I don't think I can, no. But yeah, this eevee is simply not powerful enough to do that. It's a game engine, not a actual ray tracing engine. So if you go cycles, watch this. That already looks miles better. The lighting is nice and reflecting off of the noob. You may say, yeah, it looks a little pixelated because it what do you call it? Cycles renders with how do I say this? It renders with samples. Every time it produces a new layer, it takes the best parts of the layer and overlays it on the other one, and that's why it looks really noisy and weird. This will be fixed in the final render. Don't worry, you're safe. Also, change a few times from to filmic. It just looks a slight better. You can also keep it to standard if that's what you're into. But yeah, this is more or less realistic compared to the other one. And you can see my frame rate just absolutely choking because this is a very intensive engine, to call it at least. If you just go back into this mode, you can get a nice idea of your eevee settings. These are my eevee settings loading. And what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna oh wait, I got the end 1 second. You're gonna go camera. You're gonna go like this, and your camera looks weird because it's not 1080 by 1080. It should be 1080 by 1080. You can change that. You can just follow the exact steps I am following on screen, and you'd be fine. See, the lightsaber goes off screen. We're gonna go with that because it's good enough. You're You know, from here, adaptive sampling, enable that. It's just easier for rendering. You go here, click use nodes, and you go in I think it's environment text. Yeah, it's environment text. You're gonna open, and now you're gonna go download. You're gonna type in HDR. If you don't have any download version, so a website called HDR Heaven, and you can use that. You can choose anyone you like. I'm gonna go with a nice night theme, and that looks really cool. But it's a little intrusive, the background. So you're gonna go get your camera. Sorry, you're gonna get this one and rear visibility camera. Bam. As you can see, this looks really cool now. As you can see, it's nice and fitting. I'm gonna go quickly limit my. You don't have to do this. This is not important, but just easy for my video. As you can see, it looks pretty nice. We have a pretty nice noob with his sword. But it's still not rendered. We're not done. We're not done. You're gonna go throw this to 16, by the way. Just follow the exact steps I'm following on screen. You'll be fine for the entire video. You can see it's all settings stuff. You're gonna not put this on transparent, by the way, because that's not needed for this thing. It's not really needed. It's not really needed. No. It gets better. You're gonna go render image. And this will destroy your GPU. It will absolutely annihilate your GPU or your CPU or whatever, because it's really intensive, because it's actually bouncing light around and stuff. If I go render image, it'll show on screen right now me rendering the image. And this is a really low quality render. As you can see, you can actually like count the bits on the shirt and stuff, which is not good. What we're gonna do is you're gonna close that out, and you're gonna go render 512, and you hit F12 again. Oh, that's the button to render, by the way. And this is really slow. It does take some time. So you're gonna take some time to have it render. In the meanwhile, I want to ask you all, if you're still following us, it's a really fast tutorial. I want to ask you all to subscribe to the channel, because it would be absolutely great. Because we're trying to hit 1,000 before the end of the year, which is basically impossible. But if it's possible, I mean, go ahead. Let me get back to the review. What I'm saying, to the tutorial. As you can see, it's still really grainy, but way less than before, and that's gonna get fixed. So this is good. What we have right now is good. This is quote unquote better than before. And as you can see on the video, my frame rate's choking. I am getting cold. Give me a hot second. Right, I'm back. So look. Why? Huh? We don't believe it. Alright, I'll have to pick up a call again. So the thing's done. It looks really weird because you can count the pixels. It looks like a Minecraft block, which is it's good. This is good. This is a good result. The background is supposed to be black like that because that's what we're doing for this one. So now we're gonna go compositing, use nodes, and compositing at the top. By the way, you can go render result here. Just follow the exact steps I am following on screen. You'll be fine. Go denoise. I'm gonna zoom in on his chest, and in a minute you'll see all the noise. That was fast. Yeah, all the noise just disappeared, like it was never there. And that's why 512 is good enough. You don't have to go 31,256 or whatever. Now you're gonna go glare, and this is to add glow, because glow isn't there. You're gonna go fog glow, high, size, and you're gonna go wait. And you're gonna go zoom in on the sword, because that's funny. There you go. You may think that's really fucking aggressive, and it is. So you're gonna go minus. I accidentally paused my recording, but as you can see, it's done compositing, and it looks really nice like this. It looks very shabby, and honestly, I like it. If you couldn't follow the tutorial, just play it again. Just have it play for a few more times until you have it. It did go really fast. I am sorry for that, but I just don't know how to explain it slowly. Yeah. That's the video for today. I I hope you liked it. I hope you learned something from it. If you didn't, go leave that dislike. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, comment down below with your opinions on the video and what I could have done better, what I could have changed or whatever, what I should do for next one, because I just want to keep this series, like this Blender series, alive, because Blender keeps getting updated and keeps invalidating my tutorials. So yeah, I hope to see you again. Bye bye.